Why did one straw break the camel's back? Here's the secret. The million other straws underneath it. It's all mathematics.
Hello and happy Friday. This is a special video as I'm proud to announce that I am in addition to the top score education team. I will do SAT and ACT prep for that company starting in 2019. Be on the lookout for posts real soon regarding end of year test prep specials, since as of next year, I will exclusively do SAT and ACT work through Top Score. So recently I asked around for the next subject to cover, and although the responses were rather light, one individual threw out the Pythagorean Theorem. This is a great choice because here is a concept with layers of complexity. You could start by just learning the formula and plugging in numbers. You could learn some of the proofs, and you could even research Pythagoras himself, who thousands of years later is still remembered and referenced. Pythagoras is a Greek philosopher from 500 BC who is credited with an important math fact specifically for right triangles. A right triangle with two sides A and B and the hypotenuse C will satisfy the equation A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So if you have any two of a right triangle's three sides, you can calculate the third side. This theorem has lasted for 2,500 years and will last forever because of various proofs that have been done since. One of them is the square proof. So here we see side A, which we made a square out of to the bottom. See side B, which we made a square of to the right. And then there's side C, which makes the square. The square that exists from A plus the area of the square in B is going to combine to be the area of the square in C. One of the most common uses of the Pythagorean theorem is to identify what is called Pythagorean triples. A Pythagorean triple is when all three of the sides are whole numbers and satisfy the Pythagorean theorem equation. So the basic one is to make A the value of 3 and B the value of 4. If you square 3, you'll get 9. If you square 4, you get 16, and you add those two together, you get 25. So if 25 is the value of C squared, you determine C by taking the square root, and the square root is 5. So 3, 4, 5 is a common Pythagorean triple. All right. Now, once you have one of the basic triples, what you can do is simply double the sides. So that means A is going to be 6 and B is going to be 8. Now, if A is 6 and B is 8, you square 6, you get 36. You square 8, and you get 64. Add those two together, and you'll get 100. Square root of 100 is 10. So 3, 4, 5 was a Pythagorean triple, and 6, 8, 10 will also satisfy it. One of the more base level Pythagorean triples involves A to be 5. So the side A will be 5, and we'll make side B 12. All right, square 5, and you'll get 25 squared 12, and you'll get 144. Sum those two together, and you get 169. And if you take the square root of that, while I'm tabbing all over the place, the square root of 169 is 13. So 5, 12, 13 is another one of the quote-unquote simpler Pythagorean triples. And you might have seen these, or you will see these utilized in test prep. So again, it can be as simple as knowing the formula and plugging in the values, or you can get to the level of math where you're trying to figure out proofs. I gave the square proof, but there are some others that exist. And finally, you could even it can even apply history to it and understand the man behind it and how he came up with some of the ideas, how some of these ideas might have existed way long before him, although he was credited for it. So you can go everywhere with Pythagorean theorem. This is a timeless piece of math and history that's going to last forever. All right, so here was yet another video from Alone Highway Tutoring. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave something at the comment box. If anybody has any suggestions for any further lessons, don't hesitate to go to the Facebook page or YouTube and let me know. Have a great weekend, stay warm, and vote on Tuesday.